Seems like a great guy. Art Daddy at Obsidian Entertainment. Art directing Avowed. All thoughts and nonsense are my own. Sickos.jpg. I wanted so badly to make him mad with my game, and I cannot believe it actually happened. Wait until you see the default, you sad. You said, he's an art director, not a language director. You said little shit. Having pronouns in a fantasy video game unreally acceptable. Avowed art director admits to wanting to make Elon Musk mad and hints that the game is ultra woke.
Why? Why?
Wait till you see the default. So let me get this straight. This guy decided to alter a video game in the hopes that it would make people who he disagrees with politically angry. That sure makes me want to buy the video game, right? Reminder, what is this here? Reminder to black artists out there who are looking for portfolio reviews or job advice. My DMs are open and you will always have my priority.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
We got too many crusty white dudes in this field. Please let me help you replace me one day. I want to go back to living in the woods. Then go do it.
This has to be by far one of the dumbest ways you can possibly tank your upcoming video game. It simply doesn't make sense to me as to how you can insult and discriminate the majority of your population, the majority of your audience. 252 million people in the United States are white. Why would you insult those people? Do these people actually want their video games to succeed? Or is it simply about sending a message? And the unfortunate thing that these people don't seem to understand is that if you have good writing on your side, you could get away with anything. You could literally get away with murder if you had good writing on your side. But unfortunately, these people don't. And I find it weird how each and every single game that's coming out, it seems as if they are competing with each other to outwoke the other, and how quickly we can actually get our companies as close as we can to bankruptcy. It's like that's the competition right now as we're closing off the year.
I can't wait for the war to be over.
You have someone special at home?
Yeah. Your mother.
Got him!
Okay, bro. You motherfucker.
I mean, you're not educated enough. You're not bright enough, Vera, to talk to me or to talk about what I talk about. You're just not. You just don't know how to do this. You don't know how to do this. You are in that chair, Vera, because of your hair and your face and your gender.
So if you want to know the history behind where all this is coming from, Vera Dark had a stream with side-scrollers whereby they were discussing certain points that David Jaffe was making in his video regarding if grifters killed Dragon Age or something like that. And then Vera Dark brought up the fact that her and Jaffe don't really get along, and that during the Trump assassination, David Jaffe basically insulted her and told her to go F herself because Vera was espousing opinions that David didn't simply like or agree with. So then fast forward to now, David Jaffe catches wind of the stream, and now this was his response to her.
I said Alyssa Mercante making jokes about the Trump attempted assassination wasn't funny, and how David here said that he thought it was kind of suspicious and it might have been staged and that wasn't cool. But he whipped out a book about the WWE and Vince McMahon and said, oh, there's a lot of information about Trump in here and how he's good at understanding an audience and entertaining a crowd. But that's literally anyone in life, let's be honest. Every single political candidate is just trying to convince you to vote for them. Trump is just extremely good at it. But at the end of the day, every single politician is like this. But instead, he decides to single out Trump, which is just absurd.
There's a book. I had the author on my show. It's called Ringmaster. It's a great book. There is an entire chapter about the relationship between sex creep offenders, some of the shit he's alleged to have done, Vince McMahon, and Donald Trump. Him and Vince McMahon have a close relationship. They talk a lot, and he breaks it down into how Vince McMahon's tactics of building up an audience and staging things and doing kayfabe, which again, look into it, is being, according to the author, replicated as Trump was the president, ran for president, and ran for president again. It's just read a little bit. You've got to do the research, lady. I didn't just pull out some rando book on the WWE. I pulled out a book about the fucking thing I was speaking about. And do I think Trump's assassination was staged? I don't know. I mean, you're not educated enough. You're not bright enough, Vera, to talk to me or to talk about what I talk about. You're just not.
He also said, oh, he's older than me, so he knows more about politics than I do, and that I should, quote, go fuck myself. So I'm one of the grifters he's calling out, even though his definition of a grifter is somebody sitting online, making videos, talking about a game, when he's literally doing the same exact thing. Now,
is that my definition of a grifter? Where are you getting that, Vera Dark, from? Again, Vera, I'm going to give you a little bit of an education here. Jaffe's definition of a grifter is literally sitting online talking about games. You don't believe me? Not a problem. Vera Dark here for you with all the facts. Just don't know how to do this. You don't know how to do this. You are in that chair, Vera, because of your hair and your face and your gender. And that's fine, by the way. There's no problem with that. I don't deny anyone making money and building an audience off, the things that they've got. But let's be clear. So far, my encounters with you online, you are you're a mental lightweight. You have about as much mental capacity as a spider that I killed in my shower this morning. It's the goddamn truth, Vera.
They say that with age comes wisdom, but for some reason it seems David Jaffe here might actually be an exception. The unfortunate thing about this clip is that the energy I'm getting from it, it's a very immature, childish, juvenile, high school bully type of vibe. I'm better than you, I'm bigger than you, I'm smarter than you, so you're not on my level type of vibe, It's really hard to see and hard to watch because this guy is like a legend, man. Like, he made freaking God of War, and now he's over here denigrating, belittling women. You basically say that all her accomplishments can simply be condensed down to the fact that she's a girl and she's pretty. And the other thing is that how do you become so progressive to the point where you become misogynistic? It's a beautiful irony.
You just don't know how to do this. You don't know how to do this. You are in that chair, Vera, because of your hair and your face and your gender.
In the next 27 seconds, I'm going to explain to you why you lack confidence and then how you can solve it. Because it's insanely simple. You ready? A lot of people think that confidence comes from authenticity because once you're your authentic self, then you become confident. Well, the word authenticity derives from the Greek word hentes. You can see it right up there, which means doer or being. Now catch this. Matthew 6:33 says, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. His kingdom and his righteousness is his way of doing and being. See, the reason you lack confidence is because there's a separation between who you want to be and who you're being. You can't be a confident, outgoing, godly, masculine man if you're still watching pornography. It's hard to see yourself as attractive when you skip out in the gym, when you don't eat right. The root word in confidence is confide, and confide means to trust. When you build up trust in yourself, through doing the right things repeatedly, that you know you're supposed to do, you will develop confidence. Christ-focused self-improvement is what I teach.
He's absolutely right, man. In life, you need to build your confidence resume as much as you possibly can, so that when you do inevitably face the challenges that make you feel afraid, you are able to draw strength from the challenges that you've already conquered and bring it to the forefront and defeat whatever it is that's in front of you. Not very different from a Soulsborne player, if I may say so myself, because when a Soulsborne player comes against the boss that he's having a hard time beating and he can't get through, usually he thinks to himself, I beat Sword Saint Ishin, I beat Genichiro, I beat the Orphan of Cause. This is not going to stand in my way. And usually, with enough stubbornness and confidence, we prevail.
He ain't lying.
I never really got into Resident Evil 2 back in the day, but Metal Gear Sons of Liberty had the exact same fixed camera, and I do not know why, but I still love that fixed camera guy. Like, it might be an unpopular take, but man, bring back the fixed camera.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
But now Max, a senior experience designer at the Witcher developer CD Projekt Red, is appearing to mock a gamer expressing concerns that The Witcher 4 will push a DEI agenda. And an ex-user, Raven Rainfall, shared her concern that The Witcher 4 will be infected, saying, "I'm not excited over it, and The Witcher series is one of my favorite game series. CDPR is too deep into DEI, ESG bullshit." And instead of being respectful or simply not responding at all, Max did a laughing emoji and then a clown emoji. Extremely unprofessional behavior, and Raven responded with, "Wow, that's very professional of you," clearly being sarcastic. "You know, I'm a customer, and more than that, a fan of the Witcher series, and you're a senior experience designer. Are you sexist too, telling a woman to shut up and calling her a clown?" And of course, his responses, immediate allegations, along with misinterpreting, I'd assume that's what he meant. Just wow. How else is anybody supposed to take this?
This is so incredibly juvenile and so childish. Like, I keep saying that, and it's the only thing I can say towards this type of behavior. I mean, come on. Like, guys, why is everyone acting as if they're in high school and they're teenagers and, you know, they're snickering? How can this be considered professional? You're not acting as a professional. These companies, media, Hollywood, they seriously need to get back into class and honestly start taking PR lessons, guy. Because this is not how you're supposed to behave when you are addressing your fandom. The last thing you're supposed to be doing is generating unnecessary clout. The type of clout that may, and we've seen plenty of examples whereby the negative type of attention can actually lead to your game not succeeding. So why not carry yourself in a professional manner, or at least get someone who knows how to do the job better than you can?
I'm not upset with y'all because I know you're mentally ill.
We do have one more thing.
Oh, shit! Well, I got family needs to make. Oh, hell no!